Can you buy a computer with Bitcoin? Sure, you can. Welcome to the superpilotish channel. My name is Graham Wilson, and today in my basement, I will be telling you a little story about how I bought a computer online, and I guess you can pay with Bitcoin. So, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna sound a little bit here like this girl named Julie that was in my grade 3 class or third grade if you're American. So for show and tell, Julie would always tell, and she would never bring anything to show. And it was always something about on the weekend, like her grandmother came over for dinner, and she would tell the class about the whole story about how they had dinner and what they were talking about. And I always remember that she would stand up in the class and she would say, and then my mom goes, blah, blah, blah. Would you like more potatoes? Then my grandmother goes, well, only if you have gravy. So my mom goes, yeah, we have gravy. And then she'd be talking about this, and then the class would be all falling asleep like that. But for some reason, I still remember Julie saying all about how she would say that her mom goes, then her dad goes, and like that. So, anyways, that's what I'm talking about today because I didn't have much of a topic. So, can you buy a computer? I did order a computer. I didn't get it in yet. Oh, hey, Rich. Yeah. So, I can't stand buying computers because you buy them and it's not an investment. They're only going to go down in price and quality, and eventually they blow up on you and you got to buy a new computer. So I try to buy like the rest of my tools, not the cheapest computer, not the most expensive computer, what I can afford. So as a result, I have a bunch of really cheap computers lying all around the house. So, and I got one that's just dying. So it's like, okay. So then the like this one here that I'm using, that this is kind of my good daily driver for a laptop. So I ordered another laptop, and so that will replace this one, and then oh well, we'll see how that works. Just transferring files and everything and settings and all that other junk. But yeah, so it's like okay, everything's that crappy one that's going to get moved out into the junk, and then everything else will get moved down the line when I get my new computer. So I went to this place. I bought a computer from these guys before, a desktop, and it was actually like a pretty good deal. It was pretty cheap, and they even threw in a free keyboard and mouse, I think, and it was like cheap. So that's cool. So I got it from on the whiteboard, newegg.ca. Okay, so apparently there's a company, and this is I bought a desktop computer from these guys before, and everything worked out fine. So I figured, okay, I'll go back to newegg.ca, and it turns out I guess that's an American company too. So if you go to newegg.com, that's the American version. So I went to so I goes, as Julie was saying. So the computer goes, do you want to buy a computer? And the website goes, what type of computer would you like? So I it's like okay, looking for a laptop, and then okay, something good. I'm kind of partial to anything that's like a business class laptop, either Lenovo or Dell or Hewlett Packard, and I forget the exact names of all those ones. But if you like go for like business laptop, uh, because they mean business, I guess. But like the residential laptops are a little bit cheaper quality and stuff like that. So yeah, so I ordered a Lenovo laptop, and then I was like, okay, well, let's go pay. And it's like, I don't want to pay this. Okay, so and yeah, so I whip it up. It's like proceed to checkout, and I looked on the payment. So I was thinking about paying with PayPal because I've had bad luck with my credit card in the past where someone steals the number, it gets hacked, it gets shut down. It's like, I don't know. I've had bad luck with credit cards getting, I don't know. Here's a notification. Oh yeah, cut that up. did you buy $1,000 worth of tires in California? It's like, no, haven't been there since I was 13. So I'm like, okay, or yeah, so all right, cut up the card, we'll send you another one. So I just can't stand spending with credit cards. So I thought, well, do PayPal? Do they have that? And I don't even remember if you could pay with PayPal there. But I was looking at the checkout, shipping address, blah blah blah, and method of payment, and there's like a little Bitcoin symbol, and I was like, hey, I know that, cool. So I was like, I wonder if I can pay with Bitcoin. So I had the old phone out, fired it up. It's like, okay, what do we got here? Do, and then do I have any money left over? Because I had some Bitcoin on my phone left over from the vacation I took to El Salvador. It's like, do I have enough on my phone to pay for that? That'd be pretty cool. So I fire up the old Blink wallet. Blink, that's a very good wallet, and that's used that all over the place in El Salvador. And I'm like, cool. I got some money in there. So I said, okay, I'm gonna pay with Bitcoin off my phone. I had enough on there, and which is cool because I don't want to pay credit. It's almost like getting a free computer because I never really count the money on my phone here. And then so that's neat. And then so it comes up. It kind of redirected a pop up for this company called BitPay, and I googled it later. It was like, okay, BitPay, that is a what is it? Some cryptocurrency payment service company. Google said it's been around since 2011, so okay, it's not too scammy, I guess. And I was like, okay, let's try this out. So, but it wouldn't pop up on my screen. It was like, what's going on? I can't pay here. And then I noticed too that it makes a new window pop up, and I saw on the top of my computer it said Firefox prevented a pop-up window from opening. I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's allow that. And then it goes BitPay, and it's got a QR, and then asks what wallet you're using and stuff. I put in Blink, didn't say it. Anyways, I could get a little bit more technical about it, but in the end, I ended up getting a QR code there and scanned it with my phone. Ding. And then it's like, is that the right amount? Yep. Paid, and then it says on the screen, paid, done, just like that. And so I'm kind of getting a free computer in that respect. Sort of. I don't really count the money. I never take my cell phone anywhere, anyways, except for when I'm using future internet money down in a third world country. But yeah, so very cool. We'll see if it shows up. So newegg. Oh, and then that was it for research for the show here. I thought that newegg.ca was just a Canadian company. It turns out it's American. And I did a Google search, newegg.com Bitcoin, and it looks like, I haven't done it, but it looks like they use that BitPay service in the United States too. So I think if you're in the United States, you might be able to pay with some sort of cryptocurrency. And apparently this BitPay company, they have all these other weird, I don't know, weird cryptocurrency things you can pay with, Litecoin, Dogecoin, all this other crap. But anyways, the yeah, so there we go. Like, I thought that was so cool. It like I didn't know that would happen. So I thought I would kind of I didn't have anything to show, but I figure I would tell what's going on in my life, and I'll show you the computer when it comes in. If I don't get ripped off, if I do get ripped off and it's a piece of junk, I'll be trashing the company. But it should be. I've had good luck with these guys before, so that's pretty cool. And what else we got here? Yeah, I just kind of had like a little information showed for today because I just wanted to say if you got some Bitcoin, you can buy a computer with it. They have other I don't know what else. I don't know if they sell TVs there or anything. I just looked for a laptop and there it was. But yeah, they sell other computer stuff. You could probably get like memory or hard drives or whatever you want from Newegg. But there we go. That's 10 minutes of a show. Who cares? It's the weekend. Yeah. Yeah. So I will, what do we got here? Yeah. Well, I'll address a couple of the comments here, and as they say in the business, on TV, they always do that. Stretch it out on the news. Yeah, all right. We'll see what Wrench has a dad joke here. Nobody ever buys from old egg now. Ha ha. Ha. There we go. Yeah, new egg sounds better than old egg. Okay, so here we go. Don't count the money on my cell phone. Wrench is confused. There's money in your phone. How? Okay, well, not actually cash or dollar bills or coins or anything like that, but that's the way. You download an app on your phone, and yeah, and then you get your hands on some Bitcoin and stuff, and then you got like access to Bitcoin on your phone. So I'll kind of show you. I got the Blink wallet here. This is one that they use down in El Salvador. And yeah, so this is kind of what it looks like. I'll hide my balance here. And yeah, it's just kind of some little app. What would I say? Let's just say we got like this, boom. It kind of looks like that. And if I want to send something, okay, I'll hit send. And there we go. Look at that. Then you scan your QR code. And then it picks up the QR code, boom, and then you say, "Do you want to pay?" And you go, "Yep, yep," and then there we go, and it does all that weird blockchain stuff and everything. So I guess technically the money is not exactly on your phone; it exists out in the world of the blockchain. So I don't know. I just think of it, but I never look at that balance on my phone. We'll put it that way. Okay, here we go. And what else we got here? Hey, Brian. More courageous with my money than Brian is. Yeah, well, uh, I don't know. I don't know how courageous it is. It's like, well, when you get into any of this weird Bitcoin stuff, it's like I don't know. I was watching like a million YouTube videos about, okay, what is this? What is this? Oh, and then a really good to actually learn how to use it. Like you can go the easiest way is that you get the app, go down to some store that sells it, and throw in a bunch of cash and pay a really high fee. And then, okay, now I got some Bitcoin to play around with. And then, yeah, and then there's BTC Sessions. This guy named Ben. He's from Calgary, I think, and he's BTC Sessions. He's got like a lot of really good tutorials and stuff like that on how to use different wallets and all the terminology and everything associated with that. So yeah, it takes a lot of research to figure out how does all this stuff work. But practically, like when I was down in El Salvador, like there's like some old grandma and she's like, yeah, you want your groceries? I do this, pay me this much, boom, scan the code, and it works. So if an old grandma down in El Salvador can do it, I think pretty much anyone can. So yeah, here we go. And then you also got to kind of, if you're fooling around with this, like I was even like making my little payment on the like, by my computer today. I was kind of nervous. It was like, it's just some scam. Like, oh man, if I gotta get hosed for $300 or whatever it was for my computer. They're like, oh well, YOLO, you only live once, boom, and it worked. So that's pretty cool. It takes a little I guess it does take a little bit of courage there, Brian, but I start with really small amounts. So if you lose like a buck on something, oh, I got something screwed up. I lost a buck. Oh well, but usually it all kind of works, and there's like a lot of good tutorials on the internet about that, how to deal with all this funky internet money. So there's that. Hey, Dustin. Yeah, you don't really need to learn a lot more about this stuff, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of the oh, what's this here? Yeah. I just got this. What have we got here? Okay, so Mona Moore just said here, check your Blink wallet. Let's see. What's that say? All right, so it's firing up here, Blink. And what's it say here? Ah, very cool. All right, so Mona Moore just sent me some money here. What did I get? $4. Okay, let me see here. Let's see if I can do this here. I'll see if I can show this. Yeah. Okay. So Mona Moore just sent me some money on my Blink wallet, and let's see here. I'll hide the bottom part there with the Blink ID, but you can see. All right, so there's the top of it. Let's see if we can see that. So I received $4 from Mona Moore, and went to my Bitcoin account, $4 Canadian, 23 seconds ago. And there's even a description on the bottom there. If you can see that, superpilotish is cool. Where are we here? Something like that. All right, there we go. I don't know if you can see that. Oh well. Anyways, that's what it looks like if you receive money on this. And eventually I'd like to get it where you put a little QR code like up here where the StreamYard thing is. I think I have to pay StreamYard to get rid of this thing, and then I can put like a little QR code up there, and people can scan it with their phone and send me money if I want. I know who does that. Nikki and James in El Salvador. We met them down in a little town called Berlin, and a little city called Berlin. And Nikki and James, they put like a little QR code in. So I send them some stuff sometimes just for fun. It's kind of fun sending money on the internet like that. I got to figure that out a bit more. But yeah. Okay, what do we got here? And then thank you very much, Mona Moore. Okay, Blink is my Amazon camera app. I don't know if that's the same thing. No, it's that's a different thing there, Ranch. And I'm not sure if that Blink wallet is available in the United States for download on. I don't think you can get that in the Apple Play Store. You can only get, or the Apple Store, you can only get it for Android, I think. But there's a million different wallets out there, and if you do any type of Google searching around, there's usually a few that pop up to the top where everyone says, okay, this is pretty good, that's pretty good. And something in my finger. Okay, so yeah, you know what? Eventually, I got to get a Q card. Well, see, that's a weird thing. So I got this logo over here from StreamYard, so I don't have to pay for that service, but they won't allow me to put anything promoting myself or anything on the screen unless I pay them. So it's kind of weird. If I wanted to receive money, I got to pay money so I can receive money, but I might not receive money. And I just blew a bunch of money on a computer, and I don't want to. I don't know. I just do the free StreamYard thing. Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah. All right. So Wrench is Android. So you might be able to download the Blink wallet from the Google Play Store. Other than that one, there's another one called Phoenix Wallet. That's pretty good. And yeah, like down in El Salvador, they use it's kind of a combination of wallets depending on what you want to do. So down in El Salvador, at least where we were visiting, most people, they used a combination of Blink Wallet, Phoenix Wallet, and Blue Wallet. So, and they all kind of have their own special characteristics, and you play around with it and waste a whole bunch of time. But I don't know. But I mean, it's still cool, paying for stuff, going out for dinner and have a couple hamburgers and a couple beers, and I'll pay with Bitcoin. There you go. The first place we did that was the Bistro 303 in Berlin. I think that was the first. Yeah, that was the first place we paid for a meal with that. So, yeah, the 303, they make pretty good burgers. Okay, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, so for today, hey, Filipino here, working at CVS. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see what he says. I'll have to rewind. The fees on day-to-day transactions confuse me. I'll look into how the Salvadorans do it. Yeah, I mean, once you get into all this Bitcoin stuff, it's like, what's that? And it takes a lot of research to figure it all out and be comfortable with it. But it helps if you're in a kind of a group of people that know what they're doing and stuff. So anyways, or you can always ask like a question here and I'll see if I can answer it. But I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I don't know. I guess I know quite a bit about it. Yeah, okay. So that's pretty much it for the show here. But on Monday, when I come back, I'm going to be actually interviewing somebody on Monday. Ashlyn Speed. She races cars down in Texas, and so, anyways, I was talking with her dad slash manager, and so we're hopefully, if everything works out and the stars align, I'll be interviewing Ashlyn on Monday, and just asking about what it's like to race a car. I don't know, so it's pretty cool that she agreed to come on the show, and so tune in on Monday. Yeah, so today is Friday, Taco Day. So yeah, I'll be back on Monday with Ashlyn Speed, and because I do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon Eastern, and yeah, we'll just kind of shut her down. You guys have a great weekend and everything, and thanks for the $4, Monavore, and thanks for watching. Bye.